This next guy rocks. He's great. He's a favorite here. He's going to close out the show. You'll love him a lot. Here he is, Mr. Louis C.K.
Thank you very much, everybody. How you doing? All right. It's always weird here. It is a weird fucking room. So no more Lucky Louie, but no, it was Yucky Louie. Didn't you read? It was Yucky Pooey. So we're lucky there's no more Louie and all that shit. No, actually, it's not dead yet at all. I have high hopes that it's going to be on again soon. That we'll be shooting more. It's not on HBO, and that's all. Yeah, just for YouTube. We're producing it for YouTube with cameras that are this big. And, anyway, that's all I got to say about that. Who fucking cares? People come up to me like, I'm so sorry. Nobody's fucking dead, you know? Like, people, that's like disrespectful to people that die. It is. I'm so sorry. Fucking stop it. There's people that die of all kinds of funny AIDS. I was on my way here. I was thinking about a simple sort of topic to talk about, which is right and wrong. And first thing that I thought it was AIDS, because AIDS makes me laugh. And I thought, okay, is AIDS wrong? Well, no, AIDS isn't wrong. It's a disease, and it's not good that it kills folks that are bad. I mean, that are good. But folks, sometimes it kills people that are... It's just funny how when people die... Like, I remember on September 11th, I remember these two planes hit... I don't know if you guys were around. But I remember... but we all had... Now, September 11th, the whole World Trade Center, everybody, and it was just like a... You know, I'm sorry, but I think there was at least a few assholes in those buildings on those things. There had... Well, no, there were no assholes. No assholes. I lived in New York at the time, and in Brooklyn, I saw the towers every day, and I never, when I walked by them, went like, you know, oh, keep it up, you guys are great. I never really, before they came down, I never was like, awesome. But, you know, and some good people died, but I didn't know any of them. And, you know, and as a country, we supposedly took a big hit. But we've killed hundreds of thousands of people that didn't do it, so I think we're totally even. We're totally... Those people almost didn't die now. Like, that's how... It's almost like that never happened. Because we fucking slaughtered and continue. But one way, I always use September 11th as a measure of good and bad in a person. Because if here's how you can measure how bad a person you are, because everybody's bad. But this is how you know how bad you are. What was the first time that you masturbated after those planes hit? That's, I think, how you figure it out. Everyone has masturbated since that happened. Every person. But what was the first time? Was it like a month later or a week? 4 days? When did you go from, oh, fuck it, I'm horny as shit, I want to come and go, That's so not in mourning of 3,000 people. For me, it was actually between the two buildings collapsing, which I think means that I'm not good at all. I'm bad. No, that's not true. That's a cheap joke. I remember one time, though, I was on the phone masturbating to some phone sex, which is the best way to enjoy phone sex, really. If you're not masturbating, it's kind of boring. It's really not that entertaining. You're like in the kitchen making like a suck my dick? Okay, it's interesting. You definitely want to be jacking off. phone sex is awkward too, because you call these services and they start having, suggesting stuff that's going to happen, and you want to get in. You kind of have to have a phone sexy voice. You're like, oh yeah, and she's like, oh yeah. But then sometimes they'll say something that you don't like, and you want to stay in the moment and protest, but sometimes it goes like this, like, yeah, I'm going to stick my finger way up your ass. And I'm like, oh, no, don't, don't do that. And then she goes, no, I'm gonna. You can't stop me, little bitch. You can't stop me. And then I actually have to break out and go, yeah, no, as the paying customer, I don't want you to do that. And she goes, oh, I'm sorry, as unsexily. I'm really sorry. No, it's fine. Anyways, suck my dick. But so I was on the phone sex line, and I got a call on the other line and stupidly went over. And it was my manager telling me that a friend of mine had shot himself. This is a true story. And so now I've got a big boner, and I just found out my friend shot himself. And it was really fucked up because my boner didn't just go, woo, okay, not cool. The boner is just, fuck you, I want to come right now. And I don't want to be thinking about my friend when I'm coming, So this is going to be an awful set, by the way. So it's just, I'm warning you, it's just going to go like this. So I just clicked over and finished my call because I just put off thinking about him. It was really fucked up, and I didn't know how I was going to end it as a joke. I just told it as this what really happened, which is going to be some of what I do tonight, unfortunately. Yeah, so he shot himself, and I was like, oh, fuck, really? Hey, let me call you back in a minute. Oh yeah, suck my dick. Weird moment to be caught in. Okay, so there's that. I have my pants keep falling down because I got that thing where I'm getting fat enough that my belly's getting big enough to push my pants down to my pelvis now. So now they feel loose, so I get to go, hey, all right, I'm losing weight. I actually ate my way through to the other side of fat back to skinny. My whole body is changing because I'm almost 40 now, so now I have, like, my belly kind of hits my, like somebody's bummed out just looking at it. It's just a belly. If I was like a volleyball player, you'd be like, whatever, you wouldn't. But look at that, it hits at a right angle, and when it actually changes the way, like when I shower, I gotta go like this, I gotta cut in, I gotta do a perpendicular wash, or else that shit will get filthy. And it often does. But, and I'm also getting, I got tits, I got them. And that, I didn't, I used to laugh at guys with tits, and I'd hear man tit jokes and think, oh, that's silly. It's not silly, it's fucking horrible. The moment, they just happen all at once. I got out of the shower and I'm naked, and I walked past the mirror and I went, fuck, like I just noticed them. And then I had all these weird I was looking at myself, and worried that my wife's going to hear, or like, I think I had exactly the same experience as a teenage girl when she gets her tits. It was exactly the same for me at 39. Do people notice? What does it mean? I'm changing. What is this? And the thing is that my body's kind of just going, and I don't really care, but it's over now because I'm almost 40, so I'm not gonna like fucking be ripped when I'm 45. It's gonna be this or a lot worse. And I think I'm definitely gonna be huge someday. I'm gonna be so fucking big and fat. But I don't care because I feel good physically. And as far as the way I look, I mean, my wife hates me and I have 2 children, so I'm not gonna like get laid all of a sudden. If I lose 3 pounds, I'm gonna be getting mad pussy. It's over. I'm officially, no one's ever gonna fuck me again. That's official now, and I'm glad. It's actually kind of a relief, like when I see a beautiful woman walk down the street, I just go, hey, fuck you, like fuck you. Go ahead, fuck somebody else, I'll jerk off to you later, and probably have more fun than I would have because she wouldn't have fucked me well, you know? I'm an ordinary-looking guy. Women that are really hot, they don't, you know, I've had a couple of them. They don't fuck the shit out of me. They just kind of, all right, kind of funny, you know, just kind of a bored. Like, I remember once I was doing a gig in Oklahoma City, which is an awful place. Just awful. Full of just shitty, fucking dumb people. And I hate that, like, red versus blue state shit, and all the Larry the Cable Guy baiting. Fuck it, you know, shut up already. But Oklahoma City, bunch of redneck cunts, I hope they're all dead. I think someone should, you know, light a bomb in front of a federal building there someday. Just an idea. Doesn't matter. I'm a comedian. It's okay. But when I was in Oklahoma City, there was a waitress at the club I was working at, and she was gorgeous. She was like 22, and 22? Holy shit. And she was beautiful, and she was a cheerleader in high school, and her father bought her a horse. And that's just, no ugly girls get horses. That's the deal. And and I found out the reason fathers do this is they pour gifts upon their girls so that other guys can't buy them a shit and get laid. That's actually why it's true. I have a friend who's a dad. He's got a very beautiful daughter, and he just told me that, matter of fact. Well, I don't want other guys to buy her a car and fuck her, so I just bought her a big car. A really good car. I don't understand that. I hope my daughter fucks a lot of people, you know? I mean, if she wants to. I don't mean I hope a lot of guys get to fuck her. I don't mean like that. I mean, I hope that she enjoys a lot of sex, you know? Or with women or whatever, I don't know. Maybe she'll be a lesbian. She's weird, my daughter. Like, she's very cute, and she wears cute little dresses and stuff. And there's definitely a difference, I think, between boys and girls, because she just said, the kids just say these things matter of factly. She's like, her friend wanted to show her a robot, and she said, no, I hate robots. And I didn't know that about her. And the thing is, whenever you know, I'm with her all the time, and I've been there since the moment she was born, so when she surprises you about shit, it's weird. Like, I didn't know you hated robots. So I said, why do you hate robots? And she said, 'cause they're cool. And I like pretty things instead, and cool things are too cool for me. So that's what she won't wear pants. She hates robots because she thinks that's how she's enjoying her being a girl. So anyway, she's very cute and dainty and all that, and people think she's so cute, but they don't see her at home when she's got an itchy ass and she fucking digs her finger into her asshole and then fucking smells it. She's disgusting. She's a disgusting person. And she doesn't like fucking... We'll have like 5 nights in a row where we can't give her a proper bath because she's crazy and she just won't get in the fucking tub, and we end just throwing up in the bed. So she starts to smell. She fucking stinks. She's a stinky little kid. And sometimes I'll come home and she's nude and she just kind of fucking just opens her vagina up and just holds it open and goes, ah, and like yells with her vagina like held open. This is a fucked up person, you know? And, but I mean, here's the thing. She's a human being, and that's her instinct. She wants to do that, and it feels good to her. I can tell. I don't mean it feels good like, ugh. I mean, it just feels freeing or something. And I realized that, well, now we gotta like kind of fucking get that out of her. Like, we gotta tell her, don't open your vagina up real wide and go, it's not... That's, why not? Fuck, I don't know. It hurts people's feelings. That hurts people's feelings. Because she's 4. But I don't know. I feel weird about saying that to her, telling her to do. I mean, first of all, I don't want to tell anybody what to do with their vagina, you know. But I don't know, like, fuck, that looks like so much fun, and it's just such a pure expression. Just opening your vagina real wide and yelling. How fucking awesome is that? That's like a great human moment. And I have to teach her that it's bad and never do it. Never do it unless you're alone and there's no possibility anybody's going to walk in the room. Why? Don't other people do that? I don't know. Probably. They did once till somebody told them to stop it. But so I have this responsibility to keep her from doing that with her vagina. But who the fuck, why? I don't know. I just have an instinct that it's not going to help her. She's going to end up homeless. It's just, I see that and I go, you're fucked if I don't stop you from doing it. Your life will be fucked up. But who decided that you can't go like this with your vagina and yell? Who decided that? And you can't stick your finger in your own ass when you feel like it? I don't know. The FCC, that's who we're done. But anyway, so, yeah, she's fucked up. That kid doesn't like robots and that stuff. I was enjoying Matt Besser's blind character, and, the guy, chasing yellow. I've seen a lot of blind, there's not so many anymore, but there used to be a lot of movies about a blind guy who's great at martial arts and has amazing perception. Rutger Hauer made one. A lot of people have made them, where the guy walks around and is blind and, somebody comes at him and he just stops them. And the thing is that they tend to overdo it because the actor's not blind. So the more shit he does that's amazing, the more you go, yeah, no, I know that Rutger Hauer is not blind. Those are just sunglasses. It's not because it gets crazy. It's like somebody says, hey, blah, 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 and he goes, well, then why are you pointing that .38 caliber pistol at me? And everybody goes, wow, how did he know? Because he looked at it with his healthy eyes. Not really. You ever been about to fart and then, but then when you let it go, you shit in your father's face? You ever do that? And everybody on the bus is like, "Hey, come on!" Just throwing some jokes in. When did Ray Charles die? Was that about a year ago now? Something like that. Is it too soon to do a Ray Charles joke? All right, okay. Ray Charles died. Fucking black faggot. Yeah. Such a dead asshole. Probably too soon still. I was watching a video of one of those Osama bin Laden type fellows. And they always have a rifle behind them. They threaten the United States and they have a rifle. It seems like we're all, oh fuck, he's got a rifle. That dude's got a rifle. Like he's saying, as you notice, I have a rifle. And I noticed that when your president speaks, he's not armed. He doesn't have a rifle. So, haha. I was once in Chinatown in New York City, and they had a big barrel of duck vaginas in a little store. They sell duck vaginas in Chinatown. They're just these dried out. They look. They look like snacks. They really do. They're just this big barrel of duck vaginas with a scoop stuck in it, and with a scale hanging there, and you just buy a big old bag of duck vaginas. And I was sort of looking at this thing, immediately increasing the number of duck vaginas I've ever seen from fucking 0 to 1,000, basically. And I thought, shit, man, can we possibly ever dominate a species more than that we're just selling their vaginas by the fucking barrel? Fucking ducks lost that war, boy. That is. I had, okay. I sometimes say terrible things because it's funny to me, and it just makes me laugh to say AIDS, and I know it's childish, right? And the word nigger just makes me laugh. It just does, and it's a terrible word, and I think that all of us that use it ironically and think that we're being not racist are fooling ourselves, because say it to a black guy with your little kind of goatee irony and see how funny he thinks that shit is. It's cowardly, and I'm definitely part of that cowardice, because it's just so awful that it makes me laugh to say it copiously. And a friend of mine once had a new Macintosh laptop, and this is when they were pretty new in the world, and I'm pretty good with computers, and so I wanted to set his alert sound to say whatever I wanted to. So I plugged a little, actually his headphone, because a headphone is a microphone if you use it right, and I said, "Your mother's a nigger lover," into his laptop, and then closed it and forgot I ever did it. Anyway, about 2 weeks later, he was on a plane from New York to Los Angeles, and he opens his laptop and starts clacking, and he's misspelled something, and things like, "Mother's a nigger lover," and everyone in his section looked at him, and he tried to fix it, and it said it again, and he had to fucking close the thing and then live with those people for the rest of the flight. And that made me happy. It did. But it's fucked up. I was watching a thing about, I remember when Muhammad Ali he lit the Olympic torch in Atlanta. I don't know if you remember that one. Oh, of course we do. That was a pivotal moment in all our lives. Anyway, he lit the torch, and they gave him a gold medal, and they told this guy with an announcery voice, as Muhammad Ali stood there, made this whole speech, and he said, years ago, Muhammad Ali won the Olympic gold for his country, and then the whole country turned against him because he fought for his beliefs, and so he threw the gold medal into a river, which is a true story, and now we return to him the medal, and whatever. And it struck me as one of those moments where everyone was cheering and saying, "Yeah, it's a good thing all those fuckers are gone." You know, like, it's still the same fucking place that did it. It's just funny to me how people, all those people that came down in that spaceship and did that and then left. Oh boy. It's just, there's a lot of, people don't want to be culpable for anything. And one thing I always hear people say is, why do black people complain about slavery? It was 400 years ago, and I didn't do it. It was 400, it wasn't fucking 400 years ago. It stopped in 1875 or something. It's not a fucking long time ago at all. But, get over it. That was just a weird, bunch of Martians came for 5 years, had slaves and left. And, and people like Thomas Jefferson had slaves, and if you ever, most kids at some point ask their teacher, wasn't he a bad person because he had slaves? And the teacher would always go, "Oh, no, because it was just the times. People just owned and hit other people, and so he just did it. It didn't occur to him." And I think, though, if you were alive in America when there was slavery and if you weren't trying to stop it, you were a piece of shit human being. You were a horrible person. I don't believe that people could go, so he had slaves, but he just didn't, and then one day he was like, "Oh, that's fucked up shit." "Oh, fuck, dude. I've been whipping that dude all the time. I wonder if he's okay with it or what." I mean, they sing the blues, but that's like some passive-aggressive shit. I don't know. But so there must be something bad that we're doing now, you know, that later we'll go, oh yeah, well, we don't do that anymore. I think pretty much as being white is bad. I really think that. I don't think there should be white people. I think we're like because if you mix the races, whites just go away. Because we're weak and frail and mean. So nobody really wants to fuck us. So what we had to do is become Machiavellian cunts in order to survive, basically. So we shouldn't exist, I don't think. Because like even here in Los Angeles, which is the greatest place on earth. It's a very liberal place, but not in the way people act. I think people think that if you vote liberally, then you can do whatever you want. And everybody I know here makes jokes about Mexicans, and you know, look at this fucking guy with a leaf blower. I love that we make these people blow our leaves and then shit on them for having leaf blowers. It's fashion to them. They just do it because they think it's fun. Fucking Mexican with a leaf blower. Hey, come on, this is awesome. Force him into that life and no other. Yeah, you fucking idiot with your leaf blower. But I mean, everybody that has every celebrity that's building that has Angelina Jolie has a big house, and it wouldn't be that big if labor was not so cheap. I know this isn't funny. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try to find some jokes in here. Let's see. White people shouldn't exist. That wasn't good. Does anybody want to be insulted? I could insult some people. Anybody? Raise your hand if you'd like to be insulted. Hey, buddy, how you doing? No, you're not. No, you're not. You're wearing glasses, and you have big eyebrows, and I don't even need any of that. Because those are just like superficial things on top of that. You're just such a giant pile of diarrhea. You're such an amazing amount of diarrhea. The only thing worse than the amount of diarrhea you are is that there had to be some giant horrible creature that shat you. Well, how you doing? Where are you from?
Camarillo.
From where?
Camarillo.
Camarillo?
Yeah.
You know, only two things come from Camarillo. Your mother's smelly vagina and your mother's other smelly vagina. Thanks, man. Thanks a lot. Okay, this isn't really going well. I bought batteries on the... Oh, no, they didn't have batteries. I went to the Cornish store, and there was a very, very cute woman working behind the counter. And I think I'm a complete idiot when I talk to cute women, because if she had been a guy, I would have just, hey, can I get some batteries? And he would have said, when we don't have any, I would have been like, thanks, and then walked away and fuck him, you know. But I was like, hi, do you have batteries? What is that? And then she said, no, we don't. And I went, oh, and laughed for no reason. Why is that funny that we... I hate the shit I laugh at when I was looking for an elevator in a building. Where's the elevator? And the guy goes over there, and I go, oh, over there. What the fuck am I laughing at? Fucking turd. I hate myself deeply. I remember when I was a kid, I started masturbating when I was 11. And I thought I was the only one that did it. And then I told my friend Jeff that I did it, and he said he did it too. So we got excited, and not sexually, but we were excited like, hey, okay, we'll both do it. And so we started to compare notes about, like, technically how we did it. So I did it I was 11. I did it like this, just little. And I actually did it like this for a long time. Like, even once my penis was full grown, because I just didn't know. I kept doing it this way. And then I saw some movie like Caddyshack or something where somebody went like this to be funny. And I went, oh, the whole fucking hand, that's awesome. Like, it was a huge revelation to me. And you could wrap the whole hand around. I was like, oh, what a great idea. But at the time, I was just using the 2 little fingers. And Jeff did it differently. He would push his hand into his penis. I mean, this is what boys do when you get boners and you just rub it against shit in the world, everything, looking for any surface or anything that feels good enough that you don't have to talk to girls, which is frightening. But so Jeff would he would lay on his stomach and press his penis into his palm really hard. And actually, I read online that you could fuck your dick up doing that. That it's not okay, so don't try it. But anyway, so Jeff would do that. He'd press his penis into his palm, and so he said the more pressure he felt, the better it was. So he asked me to sit on his ass while he did this. True story. And I did. I sat on his ass while he did this. And when I've told that story, people always ask me after, like, did you take your pants off too? No, why would I do that? But so I sat on his ass and he jerked off, and I remember thinking, like, am I gay now because of this? And then I decided, no, I'm just a good friend. I'm his friend. He let me copy his math homework. I sat on his ass while he masturbated. And I think about it now when I realize that I sat on an 11-year-old boy's ass while he masturbated. And it was cool because I was 11. If I did it now, I'd fucking get crucified for that. My life would be over. I didn't know what I had, you know. I really squandered those opportunities. I remember the first time a girl gave me a hand job. Nobody had ever touched my penis, and I had a girlfriend, and she gave me a hand job, and it was so intense when I came that I started farting as I came. It was like fireworks, like, and she was laughing. That's how my sex life started. That's where it started. This is interesting. The other day, a guy told me to suck a bag of dicks. Never heard that before. Total stranger. He said, suck a bag of dicks. He was mad at me. He didn't just randomly suck a bag of dicks. Hello. Oh, suck a bag of dicks too. No, he was upset. Because I cut him off in traffic, because I do that sometimes. I'm not a good person. So I cut a guy off. I was trying to get on Lincoln Boulevard. Just shit kept coming, and I got sick of waiting. I didn't make a decision. I just kind of felt my foot going. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to cut somebody off. And I just cut a guy off, and it was horrible. And the thing about cutting people off is that they don't vanish. They're behind you now, you know? So he kept trying to get next to me because he wanted to see my face, and I kept cutting him off because I didn't want him to see. I was ashamed. But anyway, eventually he pulled up next to me and he yelled, hey, suck a bag of dicks! And then he drove away. And I was sad that he drove away because I had a lot of questions. Like, first of all, when you picture a bag of dicks, what do you see exactly? What does a bag of dicks look like in your mind? Is it a plastic bag and they're all mushed in together like chicken parts? Or is it like a paper bag and they're sticking out like baguettes? Like, dried out, you bought them in Chinatown, they were hanging in a window? And how do you suck a bag of dicks? Does he want me to take the bag and suck it like the side of the bag? Or does he want me to open the bag and suck each dick individually and throw the used ones in a little bowl like an edamame shell? And how much do I have to, can I just suck and throw, or do I have to make them all come? Or what are the parameters? And more importantly, I think, will he forgive me if I suck that bag of dicks? So we go, all right then. Next time, drive more carefully. I think halfway through he'd be like, dude, fucking that's plenty. Jesus Christ. Fuck. How did you track me down and invite me here to make me watch this shit? Who were all those guys that you cut their dicks off? Fuck. I never even sucked one dick before. And I don't know if I ever will, to tell you the truth. I might, if I see one I like. So far I haven't seen one I like. That's the way I look at it. I'm not going to say I'm not gay. That would be stupid. That's prejudice. Because that means that I'm saying that even though there's billions of penises out there, none of them are like that I want to suck them. That's prejudice. Billions of penises. I've seen like 40. That's too many, right? I shouldn't use 40 dicks. I'm only 39. That's a dick every year plus another one. That's a good-looking gay man's life right there, 40 dicks. I don't know. I mean, but this is my feeling. If I do, I'm not looking out there looking for a dick that I would like. But if I do happen to see one, I'm gonna suck it. I already decided. Because that's what you do with dicks that you like. You suck them, and I'm gonna do it. That shit's going right in my mouth. I don't care. I find it so annoying that people get mad at homosexuals. There's nothing you could possibly do that's more private than sex. So what would anybody give a shit about? Like, it has less impact on another person than any other thing you could almost possibly do. Like, two guys are blowing each other in Greenwich Village, and there's a guy in Iowa going, oh! Like, what the fuck? And there's those people that complain, like, how am I supposed to explain to my child that two men are married? Well, it's your shitty kid. You tell him. Who gives a shit? Why is that anybody else's problem? Two guys can't get married because you don't want to talk to your ugly fucking kid for 8 minutes. That's all it takes. Two guys, sometimes they suck each other's dicks, they come on each other's faces. It's weird. Tell him. I can understand getting mad at gay people if they, instead of being private, they're just fucking people in the ass, like on the streets, like everywhere. It's just like a pestilence. They're just constantly, you're at the ATM, hey, what the fuck? Some faggot just fucked me right in the ass. Right through my pants, he fucked me in the ass. Jesus. How am I supposed to explain to my kid that someone fucked me in the ass while I was at the bank? But on the other side of it, I remember, like, I was hearing this story about how there's these soldiers in Afghanistan who were dropping bombs, which they're supposed to. Hey, cut it out, you guys. They wrote "die faggot" on their bombs, and so some gay group was protesting this. And at that point, you want to say, just stay the fuck out of it. It's got nothing to do. How is that about you? They're dropping bombs and writing "die faggot," and you're upset about that they're writing "faggot." Like, that's what's wrong with what's happening there. Go ahead and kill those towel heads, but don't write "faggot" on the bomb. What the fuck? Who are you protecting? You're offended, or you're afraid the Muslim will be... The guy on the fucking ground is going to get offended right before the bomb hits and go, hey! Woo! You know, yeah, anyway, but gay and that and sucking dicks. I'm keeping you here too long, I'm sorry. I just don't want to leave. It's only a few of you, so it's not worth it. You can get a drink after. Okay, a couple more jokes that are good. I swear to God they're good. They're not experimental little nothings. Fuck. Silence is death in this room. It really is. It's just death. And it's my fault. Because I point it out to make everybody uncomfortable. Every single person on the earth. I had a friend who used to just try to do awful things all the time. He was always bored when I was growing up. And one day he said, let's go rub butter on church windows. And I said, no. And he goes, oh, what are you, faggot? It's like, no. I just don't want to rub butter. What are you, afraid of God or something? I don't think God gives a shit if you rub butter on... Why do you want to rub butter on church windows? Because, fuck them. What, are you going to go to your house and get some butter? No, fucking steal it, you know. And I said, no, I won't do it. So then he said, how much you pay me if I take a shit on those people's front porch? And I was like 13. I'm like, I don't have any fucking money. And he goes, oh, what do you got on you? I'm like, nothing. I got a pencil. Give me the pencil. I'll shit on their fucking porch. And I gave him the pencil, and he shat on their porch. I made him happy, and it made them unhappy. That's what counts. Weird shit, man. When I was in junior high school, I smoked a lot of pot, and I had this dealer I used to buy pot from, and he told me, if you go to your science class and steal one of those triple beam balances, I'll give you an ounce of pot for it. Fucking yeah. So I stole one, and he gave me an ounce, and he said, if you get any more, I'll take them because I can sell them to other dealers. Anyway, I stole 14 scales. Short. I stole 14 fucking scales. And smoked all the pot. Didn't sell none of it. Just got so high for the whole year. I was stealing scales and smoking the dope. It was awesome. It might to date be the best part of my life. It was the greatest, most satisfying time of my life. I got really skinny because I never ate, because I didn't want to go home high, so I just didn't go home for dinner and shit. And I didn't care, I just got a high. Sometimes I'd just steal giant special Hershey's chocolate bars and eat them. That was the only thing I would steal. But anyway, so I got caught because I bragged to everybody. And so the junior high school principal brought me in his office and said, I know you stole the scales. And I said, what? And he said, you stole the scales and you're in a lot of trouble. And I just knew in my head, he said, look, give us the scales back and forget it. And I'm like, I fucking sold them to drug dealers. Like, what a dumb thing to ask me to do. Like, he thinks I just have them. Fucking scales. I love scales. I have 14 of them. I can fucking weigh anything. I can weigh 14 things at a time. And, yeah, so I just said, I didn't steal nothing. And he said, I know you did. I'm going to bring the police in here right now. I'm like, no, I was just outside. There's no cops. No. And he was like, it was like a movie, because he was like rolling up his sleeves and, mwah! Like every time he'd try a dumb thing. Well, then you're going to really get it in trouble this time then. Still no. I didn't do it. And so he just brought me into the office every day for like a week and grilled me. And I just kept saying I didn't do it. And then one of my teachers asked me, what's going on in Mr. Frackman's office? And I told her. And she got really mad at him and rallied all these ex-hippie teachers who I was fucking blowing off and showing no respect to, and got them all to protest that he was doing this to me. And they all defended me. And my parents got brought in, and there was one point where we're in the office, my father, I was sitting there and my dad's sitting, and he says, did you steal them? And I said, no. I just kept saying no. And he said, I know when my son is lying to me, and how dare you accuse him? And I watched my father do this, and I was completely wrong. And the whole time I'm just thinking, I can't get the fucking things back. Their pot dealers own them now. And so... And also, I don't want to be in trouble, and I still have more pot at home. I want to smoke it. And fuck my dad. I don't give a shit about him. Or anybody else for that matter. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was supposed to be gone long ago. But anyway, what ended up happening was that, of course, I didn't get caught because there was no proof. And eventually, I was let off the hook. And then when I got this show that just got canceled, hey, a little karma there. There was an article in my hometown newspaper about the show, and I got an email from that teacher that defended me. And she said, good for you, good, I'm proud of you, and screw Mr. Frackman. She wrote that. And I never felt worse in my life. Because she's hated this guy who did nothing wrong for years. And she's proud of this piece of shit who lied. So I wrote to her and I said, Mr. Frackman was an excellent principal. He did the best he could, and I lied. And I lied to all of you. And I told her. And so she didn't answer for a month, which really fucking hurt. Because I just saw her going, motherfucker. You motherfucker. Oh my God. And she finally wrote back and she said, okay. Like it started with okay, which meant she did have to fucking stew for a month. Sucker. Oh, okay. And she said, you shouldn't have stolen them. I'm disappointed you stole them. But the reason we defended you was because you were small and he was big and he was trying to intimidate you. Even if you did do a crime, it was wrong for him to have you there without your parents or a lawyer. And so I'm glad we defended you. And that was that was it. And I'm sorry the ending is not as funny as the part right before it. But that's what happened. And I always say to myself, I owe that school 14 scales. I should go buy them and give it to them. But I ain't going to do it. Fuck everybody. The way I look at it is that they're not me, so I don't give a shit. Anyway, sorry for the dead spots, but I'm trying new shit, and thanks for your patience. 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 New shit.